So just taking a block underneath the sit bones. We want to get the hip flexors higher than the knees. And then just resting the hands down on the thighs. We'll close down the eyes. Start to lengthen through the spine but soften down with the shoulders. Bring your awareness to your breath. Start to follow your inhale as you breathe in through the nose. And then softening the mind and the body as you breathe out through the nose. And just taking a couple of deep conscious breaths like this. And just simply noticing any distractions or trains of thought that come to mind. With each exhale, gently release those thoughts or distractions. Each time we notice the mind wandering, we're just going to gently bring our awareness back to the breath. And then taking a deep inhale through the nose. We'll clear it out with a big exhale through the mouth. And then moving into a 4x4 box breath, we'll breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathe out, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Final cycle, breathe in. Hold the breath. Breathe out. Hold. And extending our exhales, we'll breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll hold a little longer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Final cycle, breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathe out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath here. Find comfort in the stillness. And wait until you feel a mild to moderate thirst for air before you take a gentle inhale and a gentle exhale. And after your exhale, we'll bring the hands to heart center. Start to connect through all 10 fingers, the palms of the hands. Can you create balance between your left hand and right hand? Even pressure. And take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Forceful exhale through the mouth. And moving into morning breath, we'll interlace fingers. Inhale, rise up under the chin, elbows wide as you open the heart. Round out through the spine as you push your hands away. Exhale, squeeze the belly in towards the spine. Lengthen up, arms by the ears. Inhale, we rise. Float the arms, all 10 fingers wide. Exhale, set like the sun. Interlace fingers behind the sacrum, we open the heart, inhale, lift the chin. Then exhale, return to heart center. Reconnect through all 10 fingers in the palms. Take a deep cleansing breath. Interlace fingers, inhale, rise up. Maybe start to deepen your back bends. Exhale, push the palms away, really reach and lengthen. Tight through the core, inhale, rise up, arms by the ears. Lengthen from the sacrum to the crown. Exhale, float the arms, deflate the lungs, set like the sun. Interlace fingers behind the sacrum. Open the heart, lift the chin. Inhale, big breath. Then exhale, return to heart center. Reconnect. Take a cleansing breath. Interlace fingers, inhale. Push the palms away, exhale, flowing with the breath. Rise up, lengthen, inhale. Maybe take the arms back behind the ears a little. Exhale, float the arms. Interlace fingers, inhale, shoulders back and down as you open the heart, lift the chin. Heart center. Exhale, reconnect. Take a deep cleansing breath. Final cycle, flowing with your own breath in your own time. We'll start by interlacing fingers. When you return to heart center, start to connect through each pairing of fingers. We'll press the thumbs into one another, the index fingers, middle, rings, pinky fingers, and the entire circles of the palms. Lengthen up the spine as you take a big inhale. Let it go as you exhale. I'd like to say namaste. You have arrived. Welcome to your practice. Beautiful. Blinking open the eyes. We'll take the block out from underneath the hips and just take it up to the top of your mat. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, and just start to circle the body weight around the circles of the palms, stretching into the fingers, conditioning the wrists, preparing the hands. Beautiful, then start to take it back the other way. And as always, the invitation is to meet your body where your body is at today. No 2 days are the same. And if you find anything that's uncomfortable mentally, physically, or spiritually, please feel free to exit the pose and take a restorative pose like child's pose. Or you can meet us back in downward facing dog. Beautiful, bringing the body to rest at center. We'll roll through a couple of cat-cow waves. So starting in cow pose, we'll lift the tail, pull the shoulder blades down. Take an inhale. Then as you exhale, start to ripple up the spine, starting from the tail. Chin tucks in last. Inhale, lifting the chin, we roll back down the spine. Tailbone is the last to lift. Exhale, starting from the tail. Can you roll back up one vertebrae at a time? Chin tucks in last. And then just moving with the breath like this, maybe closing down the eyes, finding a nice mind-muscle connection. Can you find fluidity in your movement? Maybe notice any blockages or stiffness, tightness as you floss up and down the spine. Beautiful. We'll do 2 more in either direction. Maybe deepening the back bends, deepening the fold. Beautiful. Then bringing the body to rest at center. We'll just make a couple of C shapes with the body as we open the side bodies. Take left shoulder towards left hip, right shoulder towards right hip. Do it 2 more times on each side. Beautiful. Then tuck your toes. We're going to send the hips high to the sky, downward facing dog. Taking a nice easy down dog to start. We'll keep our knees bent. Just start to find length in the back of the legs. Start to bear the weight in the hands. And then pedaling through the heels one by one, we'll press the heels down towards the floor. Maybe shake the head no, nod the head yes. Just start to get used to being in the inversion. Beautiful. Then bending into your right knee, we're going to push into the hands and send the belly back towards the right thigh. Can you start to press your left heel down as you lengthen in the left leg? And bending into the left knee, we'll sink down into the right heel. Again, push into the hands and send the belly towards the thigh. And take a big inhale, we'll rise up onto both tippy toes. Press the palms into the earth as you exhale, sink into the heels. Now can you wrap your outer shoulders underneath as if you're tucking them into the armpits, broadening the shoulder blades. Maybe scoop the belly and create space. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Take a final breath. And on your next inhale, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, roll the body through to a plank position. Press into the hands, but then tuck the shoulder blades in. We're going to tighten through the fronts of our thighs as we sink back into our heels. Beautiful. Can you bend your right knee and touch down? Lift back up, strong pose. Bend your left knee, touch down. Then rise back up into plank, tighten through the thighs. We'll take 1 more breath here. Then bend the knees, lower the body all the way to the floor. We're going to step our hands out to the sides and then a little forward for wide cobra. And then rolling up the spine for cobra waves. Inhale as you lift. Slide the shoulder blades down as you pull the heart forward. And then exhale, lower down. Maybe shift the hands in a little closer. Inhale, rise up again. Exhale, lower. Final cycle. Inhale, rise up. We're going to pull the shoulder blades down, bring the heart forward, and then add a bit of tension to the hands as you pull back towards the ribs. Take a final inhale. And lower down on your exhale. Bring the hands in next to the rib cage. We're going to push up to tabletop. Inhale. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Exhale. Again, lift through the tail, maybe scoop the belly, create space. Wrap the outer shoulders around, broaden the shoulder blades. Take a deep cleansing breath. Then take little baby steps all the way to the top of the mat. We're going to take our feet a little wider than hip distance. Then bend into the knees and lay the belly on the thighs. Surrender the crown of the head as you tuck the chin in towards the chest. Then an option to keep your fingertips on the floor or maybe take hold of opposite elbow. You can ragdoll from side to side here, or maybe make little figure eights with the hips. Allow the weight of the upper body to draw down. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Maybe lean into the balls of the feet. Beautiful. We'll release our fingertips down to the floor. And heel toe the feet in a little closer. Grab your blocks, rise up into halfway lift. And take this opportunity to really find length in the spine. So pushing the spine forward or the crown of the head forward from the sacrum. Again, can you lean into the balls of the feet so we're not hanging back into the heels. Long and strong through the arms. Tuck the shoulder blades in. Start to tighten through the core to support your posture. Take a final inhale. And fold at the hip crease on your exhale, forward fold. Stack the spine one vertebrae at a time. As you bring it up to standing, we'll take our arms up on our inhale. Beautiful. And can you push the hips over the tops of the heels? So you pull the bottom ribs in, contract the core, lengthen through the arms, soften the gaze. Take a final inhale. Then hands to the heart on your exhale. Reconnect through all 10 fingers in your palms. Close your eyes. Keep the hips over the heels. Maybe pull the shoulder blades back and open the heart. Then can you draw the head back over the shoulders until you feel a lightness with the weight of the head. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Blinking open the eyes, sun salutation C. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to your blocks or to the shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine, create space. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back, inhale. We're going to drop the back knee, squeeze the inner thighs, exhale. Arms rise up, Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Taking a few breaths here, can you pull the back hip forward, front hip back. Balance the body weight between your front foot, your back shin. Lengthen up through the arms, but sink the shoulders down. Take a final inhale. Hands to the floor on your exhale. Stepping back to plank, inhale. We're going to lower down, knees, chest and chin. Exhale. Rising up into cobra pose, inhale. Lowering down, exhale. Push back to tabletop, inhale. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Exhale, we'll stay for 3 breaths. Broaden the shoulder blades, wrap the outer shoulders around. Create space and lift the tail. Press into the palms and push the heels down. Then on your next inhale, we'll step the right foot forward. Drop the back knee, squeeze the inner thighs, exhale. Rise up on Vinyasa. Inhale. Front hip back, back hip forward. Can you pull the bottom ribs in, tighten through the core. Find balance between the front foot, the back leg. Take a final inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Step to the top of the mat, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Hands to the blocks or to the shins, find that length in the spine, inhale, shoulder blades in, core engaged. Then deepen your exhale, lean into the balls of the feet, tuck the chin to the chest as a forward fold. Stack the spine, rise up, inhale, arms up overhead. Then hands to the heart, close down the eyes, exhale. Take a deep cleansing breath. Flowing through on the other side, blink open the eyes, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold, dancing with the breath. Halfway lift, inhale, create length. Deepen your forward fold, exhale. Left foot steps back, inhale. Drop the back knee, squeeze the inner thighs, exhale. On Vinyasa, rise up, inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Step back to plank, inhale. Knees, chest and chin, lowering down, exhale. Rise up into cobra, inhale. Lower back down, exhale. Push back to tabletop, inhale. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward, inhale. Drop the back knee, squeeze the thighs, exhale. On Vinyasa, inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Step up to the mat, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, create length. Deepen your forward fold, maybe take hold of the ankles, exhale. Stack the spine, rise up. Inhale, arms overhead. Hands to the heart, exhale. Close down the eyes. Take a deep cleansing breath. Beautiful, then heel to the feet in a little closer. We're going to bend into the knees, chair pose, inhale. Taking a couple of breaths here. Can you align your knees, lengthen through the arms, pull the bottom ribs in, and maybe tuck the tail under, engage the core. We'll sink down a little lower on your next exhale. Then lengthen the spine and the arms, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, fingertips to the shins or to the floor. Beautiful, forward fold, exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Right foot steps back, inhale, left foot as well, we're to come to plank. Our first chaturanga, exhale, elbows in next to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Can you pull the shoulders back and expose the heart? Tighten the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking 3 breaths here. Again, we're going to press our thumb and forefinger into the floor. Lengthen the arms. Wrap the shoulders around. Spread the shoulder blades. Sink into the heels. Beautiful. Then bend into the knees, gaze through the thumbs. Right foot forward, inhale. We're going to land the back heel for warrior one. Rise up. Now if you need, you can heel toe the front foot out just a little wider. We're going to pull our ribs to square off with our hips. Press the back heel down, keep the back leg strong. Then squeeze both glutes to lock the pelvis into place. Can you lengthen the arms up? Inhale. Hands to the floor. Exhale. Step back to plank. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale, open the heart, tighten the thighs. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a couple of breaths here. Press the palms down. Maybe scoop the belly and lift the tail. Then left foot steps forward, inhale. Drop the back heel, maybe heel toe the front foot out. Rise up. Again, we square the body off at the top of the mat. Lengthen through the arms. Maybe pull the bottom ribs in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Inhale, chaturanga, slow descent, exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale. Take a couple of breaths, settle into your inversion. Then bend into the knees, gaze through the thumbs, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Deepen your forward fold, exhale. Bend into the knees, chair pose, inhale. Sink down a little deeper, exhale. Grip the inner thighs. Again, engage the core, keep the arms long and strong. Rise up to standing, inhale. Hands to the heart. Close down the eyes, exhale. Take a deep cleansing breath. Beautiful, moving into our standing series, chair pose. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Step or jump back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. We'll add our vinyasa, flow with your own breath. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Beautiful. And after your exhale, right foot steps forward, inhale. Drop the back heel. Rise up into warrior two, exhale. Beautiful, press the back heel down to make the back leg nice and strong. Squeeze the glutes to open the knees. We're going to square our chest off with the side wall and then turn our gaze back across the middle finger. Beautiful. Can you spread a little further on the inhale? Then sink the arms down behind the sacrum, exhale. Interlace the fingers, we're going to open the heart, roll the shoulders back and down, inhale. Beautiful, then a half fold into warrior, exhale, humble warrior, exhale. So hovering just above the thigh, finding that balance within the feet. Beautiful, rise back up, inhale. Arms to shoulder height, warrior two. Reach the front arm forward. Then exhale, reverse your warrior. We'll take a couple of breaths here, breathe into the right ribs. Keep your glutes strong, your pelvis grounded. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. Bring the arms back to shoulder height. Reach your body forward as you prepare for Trikonasana. Option to place a block in front of your foot. As you spread the arms towards the sky. Can you press the back heel down as you lengthen the spine from the sacrum to the crown? Gaze up at your top arm if you can. Maybe gaze down towards the floor if that's more comfortable. Take one more breath here. Then on your next inhale, we'll lengthen, open the arms a little more. Exhale, land back into warrior two, bend the front leg. Beautiful. Inhale, right hand comes to the block, knee stays bent as you swoop the back arm up and over. Side angle pose. Again, can you press the back heel down and squeeze your left glute? Keep reaching through the left arm. Turn the palm down towards the floor. Take a final inhale. And then swoop the top arm around. We're going to frame the front foot for pyramid pose on the exhale. Step the back foot in slightly. Shorten the stance. Then sink into the back heel as you straighten both legs. Just like in our halfway lift, can you find length in the spine, tuck the shoulder blades in, inhale. Then option to stay right here or fold over the front leg. Exhale. Again, taking a couple of breaths here. Final breath cycle. We're going to rise up on our next inhale, bend into the front knee, blocks to the side, step back to plank or float the right leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Sink into the heels, lift your tail. Gaze between the big toes. Press the heels down towards the floor. Let's take a deep cleansing breath. Rise up to tippy toes. Inhale. Sink into the heels. Exhale. Left foot steps forward. Inhale. Ground the back heel. Rise up into warrior two. Exhale. Sink into the front knee. Again, push the back heel down. Tighten the back leg. Squeeze both glutes to open the hips. Turn the ribs and turn the gaze back. Spread through the fingertips, inhale. Hands behind the sacrum, exhale. Open the heart, lift the chin, inhale, shoulders back and down. Fold half into humble warrior, exhale. Inhale, warrior two, rise up. Reach the body forward. Then exhale, reverse your warrior. Take a couple of breaths into the left ribs. Keep the glutes tight, back heel pressing down. Straighten the front leg, inhale, arms to shoulder height. Reach the body forward, find length. Trikonasana with a block, exhale. So bring your awareness to your sacrum. We're going to squeeze our right glute to open our top hip. Can you lengthen down each vertebrae of the spine? Take a final inhale. Warrior two. On your exhale, bend into the front knee. Beautiful. Left hand to the block, keep the front knee bent. Swoop the top arm over, inhale, side angle. Press the back heel down again, squeeze that right glute. Take one more breath here. Then after your next inhale, we'll swoop the top arm around, frame the front foot for pyramid pose, step the back foot in, exhale. Straighten both legs and inhale, lengthen the spine. Option to stay here or fold over the front leg, exhale. Take one more breath. Then rise up halfway, blocks to the side, step back to plank or float the left leg, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. We'll meet back in down dog, exhale. Step or jump to the top of the mat, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Deepen your forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Sink down, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Take a deep cleansing breath. Flowing through, a little quicker this time. Let's bend into the knees, chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Step or jump back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot steps forward, inhale. Drop the back heel, rise up into warrior two. Sink down, exhale. Spread through the arms, inhale. Interlace the fingers behind the sacrum, exhale. Open the heart, inhale. Option to stay here or fold forward into full humble warrior. Body to the inside of the thigh, exhale. Rise back up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reach forward, inhale. Reverse your warrior, exhale. Straighten the front leg, arms to shoulder height, inhale. Reaching forward. Trikonasana, exhale. Option to use your blocks or fingertips to the floor. We'll take 3 breaths here. Can you squeeze the top glute, open the hip. Take a final inhale, open your wings. Land in warrior two, exhale. Side angle pose, right hand to the floor. Inhale, swoop the arm up and over. Palm faces down, press into the back heel. Frame the front foot, pyramid pose, exhale. Find length in the spine, inhale. Fold over the leg, exhale. Maybe step the hands forward, create extra length. Sink the forehead towards the knee. Rise up halfway, inhale. Step back to plank or float the right leg, chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Press into the palms. Send the hips up and back. We'll rise up to tippy toes, inhale. Push into the palms, sink into the heels, exhale. Left foot steps forward, inhale. Sink the back heel, warrior two, exhale. Beautiful, reach through the arms, inhale. Hands behind the sacrum, exhale. Open the heart, inhale. Humble warrior, exhale. Rise back up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reaching forward, inhale. Reverse your warrior, exhale. Straighten the front leg, arms to shoulder height, reach forward, inhale, Trikonasana, exhale. Take a couple of breaths here. Again, push your back heel down, engage that top glute. Spread your wings on the inhale. Warrior two, bend into the front knee, exhale. Side angle pose, left hand to the floor, right arm up and over, inhale. Strong through the back leg. Swoop the top arm, frame the front foot, step the back foot in, pyramid pose, exhale. Lengthen through the spine, inhale. Fold over the front leg, maybe step the hands forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to plank or float the left leg. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Bend into the knees, gaze through the thumbs, step or jump to the top of the mat, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Deepen your forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Tuck the tail, pull the bottom ribs in. Sink down on the exhale. Rise up to standing, inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale, close down the eyes. Find balance between the hands. Hips over ankles, shoulder blades tuck in, open the heart. Draw the head back, balance the weight of the head over the shoulders. Beautiful, take a deep cleansing breath. Beautiful, flowing through on the other side. Blink open the eyes. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Step or jump back to plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward, inhale. Drop the back heel, warrior two, exhale. Reach the arms, square the chest, inhale. Hands behind the sacrum, exhale. Open the heart, maybe a little more this time, inhale. Flowing with the breath, humble warrior, exhale. Rise back up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reach forward, inhale. Reverse your warrior, exhale. Maybe tuck the forearm in behind the back this time. Straighten the front leg, arms to shoulder height. Reach the body forward, inhale. Trikonasana, exhale. Spread your wings, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Side angle pose, hand to floor, reaching overhead, inhale. Frame the front foot, step the back foot in, setting up for pyramid, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Press the back heel down, fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back to plank, float the left leg. Add your Vinyasa. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, inhale. Drop the back heel, warrior two, exhale. Square the chest, reach the arms, inhale. Hands behind the sacrum, exhale. Open the heart, lift the chin, inhale. Humble warrior, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reach forward, inhale. Reverse your warrior, maybe tuck that forearm in, exhale. Straighten the front leg, arms to shoulder height, reach forward, inhale. Trikonasana, exhale. Open your arms a little more, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Side angle, right hand to the floor, reach up and over, inhale. Frame the front foot, pyramid pose, step the back leg in, exhale. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Fold over the leg, exhale. Rise up, step back to plank, float the right leg, add your vinyasa. Take a deep cleansing breath. Bend into the knees, gaze through the thumbs, step or jump to the top of the mat, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Deepen your forward fold, exhale. Beautiful, we're gonna take our two peace fingers here and wrap them around our big toes. Can you lift up into a halfway lift, lengthen the spine, lean into the balls of the feet to get the hips over the heels. Then pull the elbows out to the sides so you tuck the chin in towards the chest, deepen your forward fold. We'll take a few breaths here, keep lifting the tail towards the sky. Take a final breath cycle. And bend into the knees, arms by the ears, chair pose. Inhale. Sink the body down, exhale. Bring it up to standing. Inhale. We're going to bring our left hand to our hip as we step our right foot back. Square off the hips and start to reach the arm up. Beautiful. Maybe heel toe your left foot out a little. Then grab the thumb of your left hand. We're going to push it into the hip, find that hip crease. Then can you fold that hip crease as you start to reach the arm forward. Create length in the spine. Then using a block or fingertips to the floor, take the right hand down. Start to push into the right hand as you lift the left shoulder. Can you draw the hips towards the center of the mat? Then if you can, lift your left arm to the sky. Take a final breath cycle. And forward fold, top of the mat, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise up the spine. Arms up on the inhale. Beautiful, right hand to the hip, step the left hand back, exhale. Straighten both legs. Again, maybe heel toe the front foot out. Grab your right thumb, push it into the hip crease, square yourself off. Lengthen up, inhale. Fold at that hip crease. Exhale, keep reaching forward. An option to stay here or take your block or hand to the floor if you can. We'll start to twist into the spine, gaze over your right shoulder. Hips towards the center line. Can you open the right arm towards the sky? Take a final breath cycle. Forward fold on your next exhale. Blocks off to the sides. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Beautiful. Heel toe your feet out as wide as the mat. Turn the toes out slightly. Option to use a block underneath the sit bones if you need a little extra height, but bend down into the knees, bringing it to Malasana. Take the hands forward, bring it to prayer. Then exhale, draw the elbows in towards the knees. We're going to lengthen up the spine. Aim to pull the thumb tips in towards the heart space. Press evenly into both hands. Beautiful. Then an option to stay like this, or take the right hand to the floor. Keep that connection with the tricep to the knee. Inhale, left arm rises. Press the right arm into the knee to increase your twist. Exhale, back to center. We'll inhale the hands back in. Find that spread between the knees, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, release. Both hands to the floor. We're going to forward fold here, lift the hips. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Just allow the body to dangle. Again, you can make figure eights with the hips. Beautiful. Then heel toe the feet right in next to each other. We're going to lift up onto tippy toes. Keep the fingertips on the floor. Then take the knees out to the sides as we start to sink down towards the heels. Beautiful. We're going to step our hands back behind. And then gently lower the hips down. Bring the knees into the chest as you roll down to the floor. Gently rock from side to side. Beautiful. Then release both heels down towards the floor. We'll take the arms alongside the body. Start to peel the spine off the floor one vertebrae at a time as you lift the arms towards the ceiling. Then as we exhale, we'll keep the hips high as we float the arms, collect the hips on the way past, lower back down. We'll do two more like this. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Last one. Inhale, rise up. And just make sure the knees aren't twisting out to the sides. Exhale, lower down. Arms float first. We collect the hips. Beautiful. Now, option to bring it to that same position, or inhale, take the arms all the way up and overhead. We'll tuck the chin in towards the chest and just give a slight compression to the thyroid. Float the arms. Collect the hips on the way past. Lower back down. Beautiful. Pressing the arms into the earth now. Can you press the shoulders down? Peeling all the way up to bridge pose. Inhale. Squeeze the glutes, engage the inner thighs. Then option to stay here, pressing the hands into the earth. Or maybe walk the shoulders underneath as you interlace the fingers. Open through the heart a little more. We'll hold for 3 more breaths. Take a final breath cycle. Then release the hands. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Knock the knees in towards one another and place a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. Beautiful. Take a deep cleansing breath. Then pressing the lower back down into the floor, we're going to stack our knees over the top of our hips. Then start to open the arms up to a T. Now, without using the arms, can you make little tick-tocks from side to side? Strengthening the core, bringing out the waist. Just providing that little bit of core engagement just to counterpose the intensity of bridge pose. If you can, flatten the spine into the floor as you roll through center. Beautiful. We'll do a couple more to each side. Try to use the abdominals to draw back to center. Then on your next one, we'll take the knees all the way to the right side. Create space with a big inhale. And try and sink your left shoulder down, turn your gaze to the left on your exhale. If you'd like to open through the chest more, you can cactus your arms here. Maybe further deepen the twist by extending your top leg. Take a final inhale. Then bend at the knee, we'll bring it back to center, exhale. Again, rocking from side to side, maybe taking it a little deeper this time. Pressing the lower back down, massaging the sacrum. On your next one, we'll take the knees all the way to the left side. To create space with a big breath in. And sink the right shoulder down, turn towards the right on the exhale. Again, option to cactus the arms. Maybe deepen by extending the top leg. We'll take 3 more breaths. And after your final exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. We're going to wrap the forearms around the thighs and just rock side to side. Just turning your gaze inwards, just noticing any feelings that may have arisen. Notice how you are feeling inside. Have the thoughts slowed? Has the mind rested? What does the heart say? Beautiful. Then keeping the toes together, the big toes together, we'll start to drop the knees out towards the armpits. And just flattening through the spine, maybe tuck the chin in towards the chest. Option to stay right here if that's enough hip opening for you. Or you can take hold of the outer blades of the feet for happy baby. Also the invitation to take any pose that the body might be craving right now. So a little bit of intuitive stretching. Start to slow down the breath. Maybe bring the body to center. We'll take a big inhale. And draw the knees down towards the floor as you exhale. And releasing the legs. Again, we'll knock the knees in towards one another. Take a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly. And just feeling the beating of the heart and the rise and fall of the belly, just noticing your natural rhythm. Taking a moment of gratitude for this life force beneath our hands, the breath, the beating of the heart. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Start to make your way into Shavasana. Take the arms alongside the body, or you can keep a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly if you're enjoying that deeper connection with the self. Or taking palms facing up if you're ready to receive from the universe. You're turning the hands over and palms facing down if you feel that you need more grounding. Just start to scan the body from head to toe. Notice any areas of tension. And just silently, inwardly give yourself permission to soften. So if the hips are still holding tension, invite the hips to soften. Just notice how cueing the body like this usually provides an instant relief and an instant response. Beautiful. Then I invite you to exhale from wherever in the breath you may be. We'll start to inhale for the count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for the entire count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathe out for 6, 3, 2, 1. Final cycle. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Breathe out. And then hold at the end of your exhale. Find stillness. And continue to hold the breath until you feel a moderate thirst for air. So maybe a tightening in the back of the throat. When you release your breath hold, instead of taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out, perhaps take a gentle breath in and a gentle breath out. We'll start to deepen our breath. Then begin to invite movement back into the body. Maybe turn the head from side to side. Maybe wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Can you keep this connection with stillness as you start to make your way over to your favorite side? We'll keep the eyes closed. Just take a moment here as we transition from Shavasana back to the room, back to your space, back to your day. And then when you're ready, gently bring it up to seated. And bring the hands to heart center. Beautiful. Start to reconnect through all 10 fingers, the entire circles of the palms. Lengthen up the spine as you take an inhale. Soften the shoulders, maybe bow the head towards the chest on the exhale. Option to stay just like this, or bring the thumb tips to touch at the heart space. Or maybe bring the thumb tips to rest between the eyebrows at the third eye center. Whichever feels more relevant for you today. We'll take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Namaste.